Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Estonian Football Podcast. Weekly Kickaround, match week 8. Lots of goals this week. Over 20, I think there was. I can't remember the exact amount, but a shit ton of goals. Martin, how are you? How did you find this week?
Eventful, a lot of surprising results, of course. I think that none of us expected them. Also, like when we maybe continue the last topic that the Legion also got, some bans for the players. So I think we can mention it as well, like because last time we just mentioned that the incident happened, but now like a few days later, it's revealed that the head coach got a ban, and then the players as well. And the federation said that they also like wanted to send out the message that also the parents need to be like they need to behave properly and they need to also respect the game. And so I think it was quite a fair and decent punishment. So yeah, let's hope like this is the end. Let's hope that we don't have any more of this nonsense in our league, all the way like youth leagues and all the way to the top. So let's hope like we can put an end to it.
Yeah, I agree. So head coach got 6 months, didn't he? 6 month ban.
I think he got the longest one. Yeah.
Yeah, which is, yeah, well, control your players, right?
Yeah.
We could briefly touch on another scandal as well, because the Flora shirt sponsor in it
Oh yeah.
is apparently what,
80
embezzling
million
money,
euros. Yeah.
which is apparently linked to Russian spies and all that kind of stuff. So that'd be interesting to see what happens if they
It
continue.
was a
But I did
funny
see
comment
that.
from. Yeah, continue.
Sorry, yeah, I did see that the company on the shirt haven't paid Flora any money yet or something for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to say like there was one article like when where Flora's I don't know like director or who he is. He said like no, we don't have any like issues with them. Other like only we haven't like got paid from them, but other than that, it's been fine. Then I'm reading it like, but that's the main problem here. uh,
I,
but yeah, like
I
this,
think
I don't know any details about it.
I think it's just hilarious that it's Flora. And like obviously you got Ivor Polak who like does all that stuff with them. And it's just typical that it's them. If it wasn't them, it would be Narva. That's who I'd like imagine it would be. Like in like the but yeah, it's just yeah, weird. Weird.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah.
we'll wait
I
and
don't
see
know
what
if
happens.
the day even comes where we can like only speak about what happens on the pitch and about football. But we always have some kind of weird scenarios. But this is why we have a lot of stuff to talk about. So I'm happy for it,
Yeah,
on one hand. So
yeah. It's crazy. We'll see what happens with that. It'd be interesting to see, I think. Um, let's talk football. We had the Nõmme Derby. Nõmme Kalju beat Nõmme United 7-1. I will add, I think it's the first time it may have ever happened where say Nõmme United, any team has won 7-1 and lost 7-1 in the same season, which is some stat, isn't it?
And
have you
only eight
checked
games in.
the entire history?
I asked Chat GPT and it said it couldn't find anything. But I put it on Twitter and some guy replied saying that there's been like 7-0s, but in different competitions, swings. So, like cups in leagues, which I'm not going to count. League football is what we're talking about. But 7-1, yeah. And in the space of 8 match weeks as well was crazy. Did you watch
Yeah,
the
like
game?
I did, and I think like we mentioned it. Maybe I'm the one that mentioned it a lot, but Nõmme United's like defense is their big issue. So I'm not surprised that Kalju scored a lot of goals against them. Okay, 7 is nobody expected them, but Nõmme United's defense has always been a little bit shaky. But like the first half was actually it was fine. It was yeah, the Kalju controlled the game, but overall it was fine. Sakarlia again with another wonder goal. Uh, like this time, if you look at one on one angle, like the camera, like I think it was in the goal. like near the goal, then the ball wasn't actually going in, but just somehow the keeper, was it Berg, who kind of like
Yeah.
punched it, somehow like misjudged it. But yeah, it's crazy that one player can score from the corners like so many times. But overall, Kalju was, I mean, what a game from them, from entire team, like and well deserved.
I think it was a statement win as well, kind of like what Levadia did against Flora. You know, the Derby absolute thrashed them. Same here, Derby win, thrashed them. You know, statement win, go back to the top of the table. Goals came from like every direction, different kinds of goals, which I think is good for them. You know, they show that they're not just one coordinated thing; they can do multiple things. Yeah, and I was quite disappointed with Nõmme United though. I thought they would have put up a bit more of a fight. Because they first half they were fine, second half they just, I don't want to say not interested because I don't think they're set up that way. They just fell apart, and I hope it's not going to be like a downturn for them as we head into like the next 8 or so games. But that was really bad from them.
Yeah, like I expected more because it's a derby, you know, it's Nõmme Derby. Like if I expected like this is the place where you fight and you put everything on the line. And not that you don't do it in other games, but like derbies, you do it the most. Yeah, Kalju a little bit also rotated. Manilan was on the bench, which I was not happy about because he was my captain in fantasy. But he did come on and score, so thank you.
Still scored.
Still scored, but yeah, overall, Kalju. I mean, oh wow, like what a performance! But I think it was important for them also, like you said, it was like a statement. They didn't get a win in the last 2 games. Like they got a draw and they lost, so it was also important for them to again get back to the winning ways. So yeah, like this is something that Kalju needed desperately.
One player I want to bring up is Michal Orlov for Kalju. He's kind of like a super sub, I suppose, at the minute. He hasn't started a game this season. He's averaging 25 minutes a game based on minutes played, and he's contributed to 6 goals. 2 goals, 4 assists. That's some impact, isn't it? To come on late in the game.
If I would be in his shoes, I would think that what do I have to do to be in the starting 11?
Yeah, I say I'd be knocking on Andrew's door ready to play at the weekend. That's impressive, though. Yeah.
I think it's good. It's good for Andreev as well that he knows that he has this sort of guy to bring on from the bench. That's so important. Like, I don't want to say the same scenario or compare the 2 players because I would think that Orlov would be as efficient if he was starting the games as well. But think back to Manchester United days where Chicharito was on the bench, and every time he came on, he scored. But every time he started, he did not score. So like I think I remember the coach, but maybe it was Ferguson who said like, I need him on the bench because he's more efficient, like somehow, you know. So I don't want to say the same thing with Orlov, like he will stop scoring if he starts, but I think for a coach or for coaching staff to know that okay, we have this sort of player who is consistently delivers and who is not sad that he's on the bench, like he's like mood is gone and he doesn't want to play, like he doesn't seem to be that player. So it's a good player for Kalju to have.
I agree. Quickly moving to Nõmme United again. They're now 8th. The bottom 5 are only separated by 3 points, whereas the top 5, I think it was 7 points, like separating 1st and 5th. Yeah. Are we now starting to see the split where the top 5 run away with it? Bottom 5 are now going to start basically their own mini league.
I mean, you say top 5, so you think Harju will also be among the guys who will run away?
Table doesn't lie, you know.
That's true, but that's like the interesting thing that like a week ago, or not even a week ago, a couple of days ago, when we did the last pod, we said like, okay, if Pärnu lose, I mean the gap will start to grow, but now they have just 2 points like behind sixth position. Like that's nothing. That's crazy about the league. So it can happen. We can't actually predict anything, which is I think is exciting for us. But yeah, there is a gap growing. Not like necessarily because again, like only 3 points separate sixth and fifth. But if you think about like overall, like I don't want to be disrespectful to any of the clubs, but all the teams who are like sixth, seventh, eighth, and 10th, I don't see them going on like a winning run. So that's why we like as a neutrals, we think that the gap will increase. That's probably the reason. So yeah, probably the big teams will be more consistent. That's just reality of football anyway. So, but yeah, I think probably the top five, maybe Harju as an exception. Let's see how they do, but they are in good position. But probably the top teams will now start to pull away.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, Kalju back top after a 1 week hiatus. So they're now leading the way again. Narva away next week or this weekend, sorry. So a perfect opportunity, let's say, to pull away even more.
Oh yeah, because Narva is struggling, and it's a little bit sad to see. You know, it's the games. It's not like they're a little bit having the same syndrome that Pärnu like had. Now maybe they find the form again, Pärnu, but Narva, like the game itself, it's not that fluent. Ever since Maksimkin had the injury, like they haven't been the same. Yeah, they need some restructure or something to change fast.
Yeah, say Narva lost 6-0 to Flora. I remember sending the Flora team into our group chat, and there was a comment. There was a comment from you, Martin, regarding the team. I was not expecting a 6-0 win. It was pure domination. I feel Narva was slightly in it in the first half, but a similar story to the Nõmme United game. Second half, it just fell apart, and Flora capitalised that. They played well. They're back to winning ways.
Yeah, and a little bit again some mistimings from the goalkeeper, but he was back, back in the squad. He was back in the last game as well. So it seems like he's still like the number one. But yeah, I don't know. Flora was much better. Like, and I think it was statement as well. Like Sapinen said in the interview as well that it's still too early to like to say who's finished at the top and who's second, third. It doesn't matter. So it's still a long way, which is correct.
Brief talking point about Sapinen. I know we don't need to say how good Sapinen is. Everyone knows how good Sapinen is, but I really enjoyed his game against Narva. I thought he was everywhere, not just scoring goals. The hold-up play, the linking up with midfield, even coming deeper. You see some of the strikers in the league that are strikers, but I feel like Sapinen, well, being a senior figure, I suppose, with a group of young players, I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. I also want to pick up on, we mentioned a couple of days ago on the last pod, where's Uster and where's Karaksin? And they both got some minutes and they both picked up assists. So I reckon Konstantin Vashilev listened to that pod, and he made sure that they got some. He made sure he got some game time in. But yeah, I think Flora were really well rounded in that game, and I think realistically, think 2-0, 3-0 would have been fair on Narva, but it just looked like they gave up and just couldn't be bothered to play, and they don't have an easier running coming up now. They've got Levadia and then Kalju as their next two games. So it could start to look bleak for them in the next, when we're back in May.
And a message on the Flora defensive line, an average age of 18.5.
It's not bad.
And they were all right.
But yeah, they were all right in that game, but that's why they are fifth. I mean that's why if you just compare them to the teams above them, uh, then it's you can see why they are not challenging for the title, and that's they just need to build on defense if you want to win things. So I think give them like a couple of years, then they're probably in a good state. But then again, it's probably Senyoff and then Raliko and those players are now then 2 years older. So again, there's something you need to replace. So
Do you think Flora might need to break the habit of just using Estonian players? Because as time goes on, yeah, these young players are going to develop, and it's almost impossible to say if they're going to become good enough to become champions again over the next few years. But for them to now start really competing with like your Levadias, Kaljus, Paidas, do you feel like there might have to be a change in philosophy for them?
no, I don't think so. They don't do that. They just rely. They play Estonians. I think the system is it's built so far down that it's not. They don't just use players from their own academy. So they try to get players who are who look promising to sign from the other teams, because also they recently they've got a lot of, well, not recently, but throughout the history they have a lot of players signed for other clubs who are good players. For example, from Legion they got Sorga. Sorga was there. I think Reida came up from Legion. Poom was in Nõmme United. So I think like they don't change the philosophy, because they still have like good young players up and coming. It's not like we are running out of Estonians. Maybe they are running out in their own club, but doesn't mean that they can't sign players from other Estonian clubs. So no, it's not. It's not gonna happen. But you mentioned Narva's run. They have actually much worse than you said, because you mentioned the next two, which are Levadia and Kalju, but then the third one is Flora. Then they have Vaprus, but then again Flora. So it's pretty difficult.
And then
Yeah.
Paida.
They're now bottom of the table.
And then Paida as well. Oh. So yeah, it's incredibly difficult. And I think this is okay. It took us what, eight episodes, 8 rounds, and I think I have to say that now there is a coach who is in danger. So I think as
Yeah.
like, just I don't have any information, but just knowing the club as well, like and the owner, that how much he actually wants to win, and that if things are not going well for like it does give coach a time. It's not like you couple of losers and then you go. I think Roman Abramovich had even smaller, smaller, the anticipation or the will to not to extend on fire coaches. But yeah, I think Ozovsky's job will maybe become in danger.
I think the manner of the performances as well don't help. And was it the last two games in both his interviews? He says, "I'm to blame." I feel like I get. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's
I
like
get
classic
what he's
businessman,
doing, but at the same time, like, how many times can you keep saying that? If you're to blame, then
yeah, but I mean, come on, they lost before the last game. They lost 2-1 to Kuressaare, and we all said like Narva was a much better team. So like it's not like they're playing so terribly, like, but it's just not clicking the way it should click, and because of how other teams are performing, then they still have time because if you look at the table, just hey, even just random scenario, even if they lose the next three and then they win against Pärnu, I don't think they're that far behind anyway, like probably. So it's but yeah, it's obviously a tough run.
If someone gave you €100 right now though to bet on Narva to be relegated without if and this is them not changing coach or anything now, would you do it?
No. I don't think they get relegated. They just look at the team. For me, like they have such a good team. For me, Gero, I think Gero deserves to be Levadia's player where he was. I think he's Levadia's quality.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think in a proper system he can show his qualities, and he has done that for Narva this season. But I don't want to blame everybody else. Obviously, everybody needs to step up, but just the way they are trying to maybe deliver the balls and just the game is just not going his way. But no, they have so much quality. Like they have so much quality. So nah, I don't want to make this kind of a prediction.
No, I agree. I think they will be fine in the end. I think there'll be teams that will slowly drop off, let's say.
And Narva is one of two, the only teams who have never been relegated. So, I mean, come on, the history doesn't lie, so it has to continue that way.
Yeah, of course. Let's talk Harju Paide. Very interesting game. You could argue controversial as well, with some VAR, with some VAR decisions going in there. The game finished 2-2, with Harju equalising late with a penalty. Which, from reading the SoccerNet match report, they said it was kind of, I can't remember the wording. Not like a karma. Do you know what I mean? Like it was justice. That's it for earlier decisions. Let's say.
Like, come on, like, okay, the Erme one, like this is a penalty.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but 100%. It wasn't only like one hand; it was two hands, and you could see the movement. Like, obviously, you can never. Like, that's also one thing I want to say. Like, as a player, I also realized this much better, that the video footage, you can't actually understand the power or the speeds. Because on video, you can just push me and I can just like fall down. But in real life, it was such a light push and I obviously died. But you can't like see it on the footage because it's slow-mo anyway. But for this, and the way you can see the push and the hands going with the momentum, it was definitely a foul. On the other hand, for me, Andres Järve, this one is not a penalty. I mean, this is like you're going for the ball and you don't like, you anticipate it already and you will like fly in already. Like you just like he prepared to fly that way. So you can say it was justice. Okay. Like I can understand it, but Andres Järve's thing, I mean, this was not a penalty.
What about the law disallowed goal?
That should have been a goal. I've watched it hundreds of times. Like I've literally the video you sent in, I had it on replay ages. And as far as I'm aware, if you've got your hands on the ball, like you've got it, then yeah, it's a foul. But he doesn't have full control of the ball when he's gone to claim it. So for me, it's like Law's like, sorry, it's like when Law's gone in to like challenge him, he's kind of pushing the ball into Harju. And so for me, I can't see, obviously goalkeepers always get the benefit of the doubt, always. But for me, I can't see a foul there. It's a fair 50-50.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If anything, Law's got his back to goal anyway, and he's just jumping up to head it, and then it's Harju who comes in from behind, and he just can't claim the ball because Law's 6'10". So I don't think I think it should have been a goal. Yeah, I think that's quite harsh.
It was quite 50-50. I put the video in the chat as well. Like, and I was still like my first instinct was like, come on, this is a goal. And I do agree it was a very soft foul, if it was a foul. But like Reece, you say that the keeper, he doesn't have the control of the ball. So obviously, like then you. So I would ask you just to debate on the topic. You know, I don't have any sides, but if the ball is somewhere else, for example, and I jump, if the ball is like, I don't know, a couple of meters like somewhere else, and Harju jumps and I jump and I tap him on the way up, is this still a foul or no? Even though he doesn't have a ball near him, can I jump into him if he's not even involved, or this is also a foul.
No, you
Or
can't jump into him.
or I cannot jump into him only if it's the ball is under control.
I think Harju jumped into Law.
Has Lord jumped into him? You know, he's
they're both
gone
jumping into each other.
Yeah. So I see it as so obviously Law's massive. He's tall, really tall. And I feel like they've both jumped for the ball and Harju's gone for it. And because Law's so tall, he can't get control of the ball. So he's lost his momentum, balance, whatever. And then it looks like it's a foul. But I don't think it's like me. If I go up, I'm not a massive guy. If I go and jump next to Henry Anya, he'll body me. But then I don't think it's a foul because it's a matter of size difference. You know, that's just
wait.
strength.
Hey, I have for the viewers as well. Like you can put the let's roll the clip, and then hey, you said that Harju jumped into Laur.
Yeah. No, Lau jumped in. Yes. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Harju jumped into Laur. Did you say?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna prove me wrong, aren't you?
Check the video. Check the video right now. Do you have it open?
I'm
It's in the
loading it
group
up.
chat. Harju is standing and he jumps.
looking
He
now.
jumps up. Harju is not moving. He's in his position and just jumps up. Wants to catch it. If you look, he's not jumping. Right. He's not jumping like into Laur. He's just jumping up to catch it. Laur is leaning back and jumping into him. So like.
But then we can still argue if he's if he's gone up to do that with another defender, it's not a foul, right?
I think he would catch in another way because nobody is that tall. But like, I just want to say that I think as well. I will say that I think it was too soft. I think I would have also said like it's a goal. But again, like. If you just look at the facts that he did jump into, so it's like it's debatable there. Like,
yeah, that's why we're here. Have debates, no matter how outlandish they are.
But again, but not like 2-2 draw. I mean, what a result for Harju as well. And Vasilev in the interview after the game said that Harju is a good team and they are not. Paide is not like a Barcelona, so it's which is funny comment. But yeah, for the league as well. I mean, it's so interesting because now, the top three is even more tight.
Yeah, and Harju stayed fourth for I think it's 4 straight weeks now. Yeah, 4 straight weeks, which isn't. Here we go. Going back to the stat I said last week, where Paide have only gone up. Right, they've obviously now dropped. They're now third. Harju haven't been lower than 4th this season.
And we continue with the fun facts with Nate.
Yeah, they've only been 4th. Highest is 2nd. Match week 4. All right.
And the upcoming games. Let's just check. They have Tammeka next, and then 2 tough games. So it's why not extend? Hey, it's a good chance at home against Tammeka as well. Like Harju, and I think Harju is playing well as well. Like they have a good squad. And they have like so many interesting players like Reece, Erme, they're doing well. Rudenko, I think he's very, very exciting player. I think he's a very good like set piece taker. Like and his technique, like crossing the ball, I think it's very good. Leet has been good in defense. Järve as well. I think he's been very good this season so far. So and Vainola in goal, obviously, like we praised him a lot. So they have a good side. And it's they're playing well.
Yeah. And it was Irma's birthday as well. He scored
Happy
2.
birthday.
Yeah. Let's talk Levadia Tammeka. Interesting game. I'd say professional performance, I think you would call it if you were in the media from Levadia. They've done what they had to do, let's say. 2-1 win against Tammeka. I didn't think Tammeka offered much, if I'm honest. I thought it was professional performance, dominant display as well. You could argue great goal from Otto.
What a goal!
Yeah, to open the
What a
scoring.
goal.
Yeah. Other than that, you could question. We've been praising Tambadou all season, but again, he was fairly wasteful this week, which goes back to what you said last week, Martin, about him being inconsistent. So
Still scored.
He
Yeah.
still scored.
Yeah.
That was a nice goal as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very well taken.
Yeah, but he could have had 10, 15 goals already this season. Because I know it's a different world. It's a world of hindsight, I suppose. But he could have been miles clear in the Golden Boot race. But he's he's playing well, but very inconsistent. Yeah.
I just wanna just ask. It came to my mind at the moment. Do you think Tambadou will go make a good transfer, like promised it, or like Guilherme did? Do you think Levadia can make this sort of deal happen?
Well, he's had to go before, hasn't he? Where did he go? He went to Israel, didn't he?
Israel, and he went to Moldova.
Who went to Georgia?
Tambadou.
Yeah.
Tambadou's been to. He's played.
Yeah.
Dinamo Batumi. It was like Hapoel someone, and I think he played for Sheriff in Moldova. Yeah. So he's played for top teams in each country. So I think for him, he just needs to. I think that this season he's really showing it. He's been like a more well-rounded player, like a team player. He's not being super selfish, I feel. What I noticed when he was at Paida, some games when I watched of him, every time he got the ball, the goal was to shoot. No matter where he was on the pitch, it was, I'm making this about me and scoring a goal or having a shot on target. But I've seen this year specifically, I think he's been coached well. He's been really well-rounded. I don't think he's going to go Promise David levels, but he's definitely got like a career to I don't know what league, maybe Norway, Sweden, top division. I'm surprised he hasn't been called up to the Gambia yet, because Singleton got called up when he was scoring goals for Paida.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't been called up. He's probably surprised as well.
But I think Levadia look also like Paida's way of transfers, and I think all the financial things, and I think they also want to sell though foreigners. They are here obviously to help their own team, help the club win titles, but also to make a profit at the end. So if I just at the moment will look at Levadia squad, who are the promising guys, then I would say Tambadou. I think Iboro also center back. I mean, what a player he is.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, I praised Otto when he joined Levadia. I remember that. I remember the very moment I said on the board, message this guy. Oh, I like him. And I think you guys said he's quite bad.
Yeah.
but I saw the movement and the way he the quick, similar to this. Okay, it sounds weird, but I want to say it's similar to Toku because he's
oh no, don't please. Doku's pants.
I mean, it's quite similar.
I watched the Man City Arsenal game and I thought, this guy plays for Man City, man. I was like, I could do what he was doing, just stand around and lose the ball.
No, bro. Toku is good, man. What?
Nah, he's shy.
No, but okay, Otto is better, let's say. But yeah, and he has scored so many goals when just cutting inside and then just making the top corner shots or something. So again, it was similar goal. And Skortsov was on the bench, so he was the guy replacing him. And I think Otto, no, maybe he felt that okay, this is his chance. I need to do well because of how everybody's playing. I need to take the chance, and he did it well.
Yeah. Briefly on Temeka. I thought their only standout player was the goalkeeper again. After in goal, made some top saves, good saves. He's a good shot stopper, Laffer.
Yeah, very good.
Which is good for a goalkeeper, obviously. But yeah, they're not doing much. Let's say I think the last couple of games now they've really struggled offensively.
Yeah, and I think Velma played more attacking as well. Like, I think they a little bit changed the way they play.
Yeah, I don't really get what they're trying to do. Which is crazy because we talk about football, but when I watch Nõmme, I'm just like, okay, what's the plan? Like, what are we doing? So I'm still okay. We're still early in the season. I'm still debating whether they're a good team, bad team, mediocre team. But one thing I want to say, they've got an interesting few rounds coming up. They've got 2 away games coming up, and then they've got 5 home games in a row. Kind of like similar to the Harju situation last season. So
Harju had like 20 home games.
So yeah, 5 home games in a row coming up in the month of May for Nõmme. So that might be the time they sort it out.
The start of the pod where we talk about the brief news. What about the allegations of fabricated spectators at the Nõmme game? Did you see that?
I did read the interview. I don't think that's true. Like, I don't know. Like Veiko said in the interview as well that like, the system is clear. Like the people who come in, the ticket, they scan it, and I believe the story. I also want to say that it's definitely, I don't want to say ongoing in the league, but there are definitely clubs who are a little bit pumping them up. Maybe just to round them up, a little bit, but maybe like 50 people or whatever. I don't know. But I don't think like this necessarily. This situation is like a big thing.
Yeah, I did briefly read his interview this morning, and he was pretty much saying, people turn up, people go home. Like, all 480 people aren't going to sit there for the whole 90 minutes. You're not going to see them all on camera at once. It is what it is.
Yeah, like we don't know what's true, what's not.
Yeah, maybe it's a bit of jealousy. Maybe. No, I mean, good for them. 482 people. Good for them. Yeah.
At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It's not to discredit the league. What difference does it make if they say they had 450, as you just said, Martin, if they had 400? Like, realistically, who cares?
Like, just at the end of like, if a club or like any club, if they change the attendance, then they just shoot themselves in the foot. Like they just lying to themselves. That's but that's the reality. Like, it doesn't matter. Do you have like, nobody's gonna criticize you if you have 300 people or if you put 400. We don't care. Like, I mean, I don't think that's a big deal.
Yeah. Talking of attendances, Reece, season high crowd, 336.
What was it?
Yeah, 336.
Yeah, again, like that's what we talk about. The camera is not on the correct side. Like, we don't see this. We don't see that. Like,
we see a junkyard. Reece, don't we? It's the.
Yeah, it's like, I have the games on at work, and especially like if you're watching Kalju, for example, when they're at the Kadriok, and they've got that empty stand because the camera's on the other side. And I have my colleagues saying, "Where are the fans?" This side.
Your colleague for the past 5 years has been saying, like, why there are no fans in Kalju's home games?
Yeah, the young hooligans have caused a stadium ban. But Reece,
a lot of fans.
Yeah, but they couldn't send them home happy. Let's say they lost 1-0 to Vaprus, and it seems to be a common theme this season. I thought Kalju were the better side to an extent. Not fully. Not fully, but I think Vaprus started better, but then Kura started to kind of take control of it. That's kind of what I mean by that.
Like Vaprus started better, but the first big chances like was Kuressaare having. Like I think was it Andreas who had a good chance when Demidov got past Aala. Like I mean that should have been a goal. I mean it was obviously camera angle as well. Like it's difficult to see like how far off did he shoot.
The Parnu also had a penalty turned down as well, didn't they, for VAR, which was very similar, if I remember correctly, to the Kasper Laura Harju Paida thing, where Num's come out, he's punched the ball, and then he's collided with the Vaprus player. I personally think the referee got it correct with no penalty because he got the ball first. But do we feel like Vaprus should have had a penalty there?
I think it was a penalty. Like he almost like knocked him out.
He's clattered him, but I believe like if we're going by the rule of thumb, he's punched the ball first, so he's got the ball, and then he's clattered the guy. So it's I wouldn't have been shocked to see it given as a penalty, but I think the ref got it spot on.
I think if he got a full fist to the face, it might have been a penalty, but it was kind of a brush, wasn't it? Yeah. I know you said it nearly knocked him out, but it wasn't like a full.
Just the cheek. Yeah. It's not that big of a deal. But it's funny. It's funny that it's funny that if you think about open play, for example, if I tackle somebody and then I follow through and just completely take him out, it's still a foul by me. Like I committed a foul. But for keepers, it's different. Like you can't punch the ball and just completely obliterate the opponent, and then it's fine.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's one of those, isn't it? You either give it or you don't. And I expect during the season we'll see it where it is given. I suppose it depends on the ref, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, but overall, I think Pärnu, like, it's good to see Pajo back again. Like, because in the first few games when he was back, you could see like the ankle was still, it was not quite certain. And then I remember, it was weeks ago already when I was in Pärnu. Kevin Kauber celebrated his birthday, so I was there playing some paddle. I didn't do well, but Pajo told me as well, like he's training, but his ankle is still like all the. If anybody goes past him, then he's like slowly turning and he's not like doing any sharp movements. And the first few games at the start, like when he came back, you could see him like he was not that sharp, but this game he was brilliant. And the way also and how Pärnu scored, like it was throw in, and Pajo like again like beautiful turn, switched the side, and then it continued, and then Aala crossed, and then back post header. So I think I said in the last episode as well, like this is a game where Pärnu they just need to grind and they just need to hustle and get the win, and that's what they did, and they did it well.
I just wanted to mention Kevin Alo as well. Obviously, was it last week or a few weeks before? I said off camera that I don't think he's been that great this season, and I thought he was brilliant in this game, both attacking and defensively. I thought he really contributed. He got the assist, didn't he, for the goal?
Yeah,
the cross in. Yeah, defensively he was sound as well. Going forward, he was good. He had a couple of shots, whipped in a load of crosses. So yeah, good for him. It's good performance.
Yeah, and it's something. It's a good like a result to build on. So because if we look at the next few fixtures, so they've got like Kalju now, which is but I think now like they have the more like the belief is a little bit more back, obviously, and they've got like 2 clean sheets in a row, which again is a massive thing. So yeah, that's like a good platform, let's say, to play now against Kalju.
Yeah, I think so. Martin, player of the week.
Mamma mia. For this week it was not that difficult because I thought I would say the entire Kalju's team. It seemed fair. I don't want to mention. It would be a little not fair if I would pick one player, but I did pick one, and I will say Romisit. I think he was. I think he ran the game. I think he was so influential for the team, and yeah, he just balled. I mean, what a game! I mean, we all saw, and he got. I think it was like a goal and 2 assists.
3.
3 assists. Wow! So it's mad. So yeah, what a week! What a game!
Yeah, Reece.
I also went Kalju player. I went for Nikita Ivanov. Yeah, I thought his attacking threat was one of the reasons why they scored 7 goals. Created a lot of chances. Scored a goal himself. Got an assist. He seemed to help start a lot of attacks as well. So, yeah, top player, top performance.
Yeah, I wanted Romy Sit as well, but going with the way of picking someone different each time, I actually went Nõmme. I think he made 2 massive saves towards the end of that game against Kura. That helped him. You could see his reaction after the game as well, like that relief. Yeah, made some good saves. Gave him the 3 points. So yeah, I went Nõmme.
I Whitney played a great game, but I just want to point out that every away team that wins in Kuressaare is so ecstatic because the drive home is so long. So if you win, trust me, if you win, it goes much quicker the trip, and you feel a lot better. So,
what are you looking forward to this weekend, Martin?
I don't want to be boring, but I will pick Paide against Flora. I want to see the team. I want to see the game because I think this is not necessarily that there's 2 big teams against each other, but I just want to see that if Flora is again completely overrun, overplayed, just dominated by another big team, then they will probably, for me, would be like for sure not close to the top 3 at the end of the season. So it's like it's a test for everybody to show everybody that hey, they still are in that race.
Yeah, fair enough. Reece.
I'm actually going to go for Harju Tameka. I think it's a big challenge for both teams to see where they are at this stage of the season. Harju have surprised a lot of teams this year. They've made some good performances. I said earlier in the pod, I'm still trying to figure out Tameka, like what I think of them. I think it's going to be a game for them to get to winning ways, like find something to push on in the season. So I think it's going to be a game of chess. Interesting game.
Yeah. And I'm going to go Levadia Narva. I just want to see how Narva react after getting stuffed by Flora against a stronger team who create a lot of chances. And obviously they don't have Campagna this weekend either, who got sent off. So I think it'd be interesting to see how they get on and whether they will have a head coach after it.
Yeah. And also I think it's a game for Kero as well to to show Levadia what they're missing. Like they're not missing anybody, but because they're doing so well, but just to show that hey, he's a better player than Levadia thought.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's that. Viljandi won during the week. Was it 5-3? I think it was 5-4, something like that.
5-3.
5-3. They've also got a new shirt. We have asked them, can we buy one? They've yet to reply. So if anyone from Viljandi is watching,
I'm sure that the shirt will eventually get to us.
Yeah. And did Team Helm play, Martin?
No, we don't have a game this week. We have a cup game on Tuesday. So yeah, I don't know if it's live streamed, but if it is,
it was. I think we looked. Yeah, we did.
So it's only €5 probably. So. Come on. Or better, just come to the stadium. It's a home game. It's I'm not gonna play, but the team is still gonna play amazingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Vamos. Let's go. Yeah, so that's that. And we'll be back next time where we'll discuss more Estonian football. What scandals are we going to have over the weekend? Let's see. Hopefully just football.
See you next time.
Yeah. See you later.